I had a great time today. I got a chance to go over and tour Fort Sumter, and I learned a few interesting facts about the South during the Civil War, the beginning of the Civil War, and after the Civil War. I have a new camera now. I left the other camera in Washington, D.C. at the National Cathedral. Carelessly, I was paying for a book out of the gift shop, and I laid it down, and I knew I laid it down, and I was sitting up there because I like to talk to people all the time. So I was talking to the cashier, and I walked off before I knew it, and by the time I realized I had left the camera, I was already getting back on the bus and cranking up, and I didn't really feel like walking all the way back in because it was too far, and it was laziness on my half. But I went and purchased another camera, and this one is actually better. And the reason why I wasn't too upset about losing the other camera is because I had to rig up a few things to get it to work. I had lost the charger to it, so I had to do so much to get it charged, and it took a lot of time out of preparation for video. So that's why I wasn't so down about losing it. Just like the other driver said that was with me, it was I should count it as a blessing. It was a way of telling me it's time for an upgrade, and so that's what I took advantage of. And now I have a Canon PowerShot ELPH 330HS. I just read it off of there. I'm still learning how to operate it. I don't know how to do everything on it. I was kind of embarrassed today. I was showing a few people that came down as a part of the tour some of the pictures that I took in Fort Sumter, and I didn't know how to show the pictures. They kept turning sideways, and then I was pushing the wrong buttons, and all kind of graphs and charts were popping up. It was like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to operate the camera. I just got it a few days ago, and I'm still learning. And the track that I'm on right now, I really don't have time to sit there and go through it all. When I first got it, I set most of the things that I really need and use regularly, like filming right now. I learned how to use the camcorder. I learned how to take basic shots. They have filters and all kind of stuff on this camera, and once I get a chance to sit down and read the manual, I'll probably know how to do some cool tricks and take some cool shots with it. But right now it's just for basic use, and who knows, it might lead to bigger and better things. Charleston is a nice little city to navigate around in a large vehicle. Now, I haven't had too many problems, but there are some streets that you can't go down, and like almost every place you go to, there are some people who would intentionally give you a hard time. Now, that's okay, because I was trained to properly drive my vehicle, so I know how to deal with them. I exercise defensive driving. That is very important. Because if you're in a commercial vehicle, you already know you're always going to be on the defense. You're already a target to people, because they look at you and they say, oh, you got a slow vehicle, I can shoot out in front of you and go on about my business. They don't realize if you're a motor coach operator, you have passengers, and those passengers are very valuable to you, and your life, most importantly, is also valuable. And people don't realize that. They will cut out in front of you and mosey on and throw on brakes and do all that stuff. I've explained it before in a previous video. The Department of Transportation focuses more on people with CDL, those who drive commercial vehicles. They focus on us more than the people they really need to focus on, which are regular drivers, those who drive four-wheelers, as truckers will call them. Those should be the main focus, because they have no kind of training whatsoever. When most of them got their license, they probably cheated. They probably memorized little tidbits just to pass the driving test. The reason why I started doing these videos is because I wanted to document what I do on the job. I really like what I'm doing, and for people who are interested in what I do this because I want to help them along the way. They may have questions like, what do I need to do to get to where you are? Well, first of all, if I haven't told you before, you need a commercial driver license. That's a CDL. And then you need to find a company that will train you after you pass your CDL test. You need to find a company that will train you. And once that company trains you, they would either let you stay with them, or you will have to find another company who takes graduates of driver training school. And then once you go through that, I would advise you to get at least 1 year of experience with the company that you trained with, or that you went with after your training, and get additional training. And after that year, you pretty much go anywhere to any basic company. I started out driving trucks. That's the process I'm explaining to you. And then after I got about 3 years in, I went and got my passenger endorsement. And at the same time, I was still driving trucks. And eventually the demand for me at the job driving the bus picked up, and I had to end up letting go of the truck driving and become a full-time motor coach operator. So that's a little bit to explain my process and what I went through to get to where I am now. But if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask. Don't hesitate, because I am more than willing to help you get to where I am.